Good morning. Hope y'all having a blessed Sunday today. So, let's go ahead and get straight to the point. This is about my seventh or eighth time doing this take, and I'm just going to go ahead and do what the military say we should do. Keep it simple, stupid. By keeping it simple, I think I'll be able to explain this so that everybody can understand it. And I kind of wish my voice was a little bit more big on YouTube because I think that this will really help a lot of people. Because I promise you, a lot of people, I don't think they know this. Let's keep it simple. Let's say you have a strike eagle or an optic similar to the strike eagle 1 to 8. You can shoot using any one of these magnifications. You can use 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You can even put it in between them if you want to. Any magnification value on a second focal plane optic you can use to shoot. You only need to be on the max magnification if you're going to be using your ranging reticles, BDC drops, or wind holes. Now there's a caveat to that. Some optics is not the full magnification you have to be on, but majority of second focal plane optics, you have to be on the full magnification in order to use the features of your reticle, ranging, BDC, and wind holes. You do have to be on full magnification to use those. But that one singular point that you zero off of, whether it's a dot, chevron, tip, or the center of a crosshair, that one singular point that you zero off of and use to shoot, you can use any magnification that you want to. Your point of impact will not shift at all. I've tested it at 50 yards yesterday and 200 yards. This is what I did at 50 yards. I shot a 3-shot grouping in the T-zone on 8 power to verify we had a good zero. I moved down to center mass and I shot 1 round for each magnification value I have on my optic. Meaning I shot one on 8 power, 7 power, 6 power, so on. There was no point of impact shifts at 50 yards. To further test this, I went to 200 yards. And this is where the testing really got interesting right here. Now remember, I'm running a 50, 200 yard zero, so that's important to remember. So I moved to 200 yards. I shot a group in center mass on 8 power. Then I went to the T-zone, and I shot a quick shot on 7 power, 6 power, and 4 power. The grouping that I shot in the T-zone on 7 power, 6 power, and 4 power came out better than the grouping that I shot on 8 power center mass. What does that mean? That means that what I'm telling you right now, that your point of impact does not shift, applies at least to 200 yards. Also, let's say you have one of these mid-tier optics like this one. If you have one of these mid-tier optics, the Strike Eagle, the Primary Arms, you know the mid-tier optics. You know that on the full magnification, like this is an 8 power. On 8 power, the eye box get a little stingy and you get a little scope shadow. So instead of shooting on 8 power, back it off a little bit. That'll give you better eye box, give you better eye relief, and it also gives you a more clear picture too. That would really impress me. Just from going from 8 power to 7 to 6 power, the sight picture got much more clear. And I like that. That would really caught my attention. I just want to kind of share that with y'all. So to keep it simple again, if you have a second focal plane optic, you can shoot using any magnification that you want to. You only need to be on the full magnification if you're going to use the features of your reticle. And the thing about that is, most ranging reticles, wind holes, and BDCs don't start until 300 yards. And at 300 yards, you're probably going to want to be on your full magnification anyway. So what we learned yesterday really advances CQB tactics to a whole nother level. And I don't think a lot of people know this. And I'm going to keep trying to put it out there so more people know this. But let me give you a quick little example. Matter of fact, I'll do one better. I'm going to roll in a picture, and we'll go to that, and we'll talk about that, and I'll do my explaining there. Then we'll come back and we'll finish up. So let's go to the picture to give you a better explanation of why this is really helping CQB. Okay, so I wrote this picture and I think that this is a perfect illustration of why what we learned yesterday is something that you just want to keep in mind. So let's say this is your area of operations. Your rules of engagement is anything come through that wood line, you fire the ass up. That fence is about 50 yards away. That little defilade right there in the middle where the trees kind of push back, let's say that adds another 25 yards. So your total line of sight is 75 yards, which is well within your kill range being zeroed for 5,200 yards. That's one of the reasons why I like that 5,200 yard zero, because it's so tight out to 200 yards. All you gotta do is hold center mass. This is one of them times where you need a little bit more than one power, but you don't need to go to the full magnification of your optic. Knowing that on a second focal plane optic, I can still shoot using the point that I zeroed off of, and it will not shift impact. I can actually put my optic on 3 power or 4 power and be able to scan and hold down my area of operations without having to be under magnified or having to be over magnified. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to test what I tested yesterday, because that's good to know that I could use them other intermediate values on my optic as long as it's within my kill range, how I got my weapon set up, which is with a 5,200 yard zero. Anything from muzzle to 200 yards, all I have to do is hold center mass, and I'll hit somewhere center mass. So that's why I just wanted to give you like a little visual representation to show you why knowing this can be very beneficial. So let's go to the table and finish up. So as I just showed you right there, I mean, this is some good information right here. And I really wish sometimes that my voice would be a lot bigger on YouTube so that a lot of people can hear this stuff. Because I think this will really help a lot of people. You can use any magnification you want to shoot on a second focal plane optic. You only need to be on the full value magnification if you're using your ranging reticles or BDC holes. And once again, most of those don't start to 300 yards anyway, which is where you're probably going to want to be on a full magnification anyway. So, it's some good information right here, man. I just had to verify it. You know, I looked this up on like little forums and stuff in the past. So it's out there. It's just, I don't think a lot of people really put the effort into to go find out and test it themselves. So that's what I went to did yesterday, and it worked. I mean, this just opens the world up a lot now. Knowing, especially because I'm on like a 5,200 yard zero, so I know that from muzzle to 200 yards, all I gotta do is hold center mass and shoot. So, how that's beneficial for me, if something's at 75 yards, I need more than 1 power. I don't need 8 power. I can go to 4 power and just pretty much eyeball and see that if it's anything less than 200 yards, there's no holdover. I can use any magnification I want to, just hold center mass and I'm going to hit. If the target perceived to be more than 200 yards, that's when I'll go ahead and go to the full magnification. So, with that being said, I just want to put that out there, man. Hopefully, people will figure this out. And that's it, though. Y'all be blessed. Be safe. I'm out.